Hello, once again, Helldivers. Today we're going to be going over some new information that just dropped over the newest WARBOND that's going to be coming out called Cutting Edge. This is going to be a lot of new equipment that's going to drop for your acquisition center that will have a lot of focus on energy-based weaponry, as well as some new sets of armor with a particularly interesting surprise with a even new grenade type. So let's watch the trailer real quick and let's see what we got. Okay, so a lot to unpack there in just a short amount of time. So let's not waste any time and jump straight into it. So first of all, one of the main things that I took notice of immediately was all the different sets of armor that we have here. So we already have the names for all the new gear and all the new armor. We have the EX03 Prototype 3. They're all named something kind of similar. EX16 Prototype 16 and the EX00 Prototype X. And each one of them has a description already with it. The Prototype 3 says includes a rubber underlayer for insulation, handy really as this prototype's wires operate at a shocking 400,000 volts. So I'm going to assume it's kind of just going off the cuff of, I'm going to guess that they have them lined up like this is Prototype 3, this is Prototype 16, and this is Prototype X. Prototype 16 says, warning, electric arc generates a strong magnetic field. Avoid use while near stapled paperwork. And then Prototype X says, the end result of several billion super credits and 12 years of research into creating the soldier of tomorrow. Show us it was worth it. So I have a feeling that the Prototype X armor is going to be, you know, your big armor that's going to be at the very end of the new WARBOND. And, you know, hoping that the passives that these armors give is going to be completely game changing. Not 100% sure what they might have yet. Off of going over some of the trailer, we can obviously see, you know, what the armor looks like, but we don't really see exactly what they do. The next big thing to get into is the 3 new primary weapons that we're going to be getting. So we're going to go over one of my favorites right off the bat, the LAS-16 Sickle. This looks like an assault rifle, and it says specifically that it is a sweet laser rifle that fires in short bursts, and it doesn't need reloading. Just watch for overheating or shove a new heat sink in there. So works similarly to the scythe that we currently have at the moment, where instead of a singular beam that shoots out of it, it fires a burst, sort of like the Liberator Penetrator if you have that gun unlocked, where it is exclusively a burst weapon. The same thing with the watching the heat sink. You know, if it starts to get too close to overheating, you'll have to reload it like any other gun. But other than that, if you just switch to a different weapon for a little bit or anything else, you can essentially have infinite ammo. So this is going to be a huge new addition that I think, honestly, depending on what kind of damage we're looking at for this thing, might be one of my go-tos for whenever Cutting Edge drops. Next, we're going to go into the a interesting gun that I was immediately intrigued by, a new shotgun called the Punisher Plasma. This is obviously a variation of the Punisher, the shell-fed shotgun that we're already used to right now, with a new type of, ammunition that it uses, some sort of like plasma cartridges that are fired from it. It has some sort of AoE explosive detonation, interestingly enough, that, we see kill 3 automatons right here. I'm really curious to see if that's the normal, like, firing for it, or if it has like a normal shotgun, like sort of buckshot kind of thing to it. But definitely interested in this. Again, want to see the damage and the actual statistics of it, to see if it'll be a worthwhile addition. This one's a weird one. This one's definitely interesting, and I'm not 100% sure what to make of it yet. The exact description of it says, exploding plasma rounds sound deadly, because they are, to aliens and allies. This modified Punisher shotgun is as fun as it got tongue twisted, as fun as it is fearsome. So this thing's got some really big potential, obviously, to kill waves and waves of smaller enemies. But I would also be careful, because it definitely has a tendency, I would assume, to kill yourself or your fellow Helldivers. So definitely want to, shoot it with a little bit more discretion than even a normal shotgun. The last primary weapon that we'll go over is the Ark 12 Blitzer. This looks like a different version of the Arc Thrower that we're already used to being a support weapon. The exact description says, project an arc of close-range lightning or charge it up to fire off powerful bolts. Good for taking out multiple targets and giving you more time to pick a celebration emote. The interesting thing with this is I'm curious to see what role it ends up serving, because we already have the Arc Thrower, and I'm not 100% sure. You might be able to spam these more whenever, like, you're dealing with close range targets. I'm curious to see how this affects any allies that are near you, because I could definitely see the potential of it chaining from an enemy to like another Helldiver or something like that, and easily, wiping half your squad with it. So definitely want to get a chance to use this thing and get it out in the field whenever Cutting Edge drops, which will be on March the 14th. So in a week from today. The next thing that we'll go over is actually a new pistol. It is the LAS-7 Dagger pistol. This thing is a energy-based laser gun, sort of like the Scythe. It works exactly like the Scythe, where it has one stream of continuous, like a beam laser. And if it works anything like the Scythe, and I'm hoping it does, operates on a heatsink, probably won't be able to shoot it that much before you have to reload it. But this has a real potential to always, you always have an option. If you want to use only bullet weapons, that's fine. But with this, adding the LAS-7 Dagger, this is giving you an option to go all lasers all the time, use only energy-based weapons, and you can essentially have infinite ammo, and ammo just becomes not as big of a concern for you anymore with this. So I'm really curious to see what the exact role this is going to serve. How many heat sinks can you carry? How long can you shoot it before your heat sink overheats? This is going to make operations on a cold planet like Fenrir just so much better. And then with the actual beam itself being obviously very accurate, I think fighting bots with these in particular are going to be a really good time for us. The last thing that we're going to be going over is the G23 Stun grenade, which is a new type of grenade which works like a EMS strike. So similar to the orbital EMS strike, or if you had the EMS sentry, you throw this grenade and it makes a little magnetic field or like an energy field, and it will stun targets and make them not able to move. It won't have the killing potential of your normal grenades, but it has that sort of like on-demand EMS capability. So that being said, this could be, honestly, depending on how long the EMS blast actually lasts, this could be a dark horse for one of my favorite grenades soon to be added. The smoke grenade is interesting. It's a little bit of a, just only useful for the bots at the moment. Incendiary grenades, same kind of thing, but mostly for the bugs. And then the explosive grenades are good in every situation. The only thing I don't like about having not explosive grenades is not being able to blow up bug holes or to blow up bot facilities. So, being able to use this in more of a squad environment, like I said, for that on-demand EMS strike capability, this is a game changer right here. Being able to get it down really quick, not have to wait for your cooldown of an EMS orbital shot. And I really think that all these additions are going to be great for the game and in terms of the balancing. Here's one final look at all the armor. We can see you have a full set helmet for all these armor and 3 new capes as well. I'm not sure if they highlight them really at any point in particular, but we're taking one last look. I don't think they really show the capes all that well. But that's about it for right now. Cutting Edge will be dropping on March the 14th, which is exactly 7 days from now. Today is March the 7th. But yeah, I'm seriously looking forward to every single one of these additions. I cannot wait to see how they actually perform in the field, and I will be here to review every single piece of that acquisition whenever it does drop. So you guys definitely keep an eye out for those videos. But until then, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference to me. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.